Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm busy firing up. Sorry for the hold up. Darius, Brian, and Amara, welcome, guys. I'm going to explain to you shortly what's happening. I was reading up on an article that Ben from Explain published, and I want to give it a bash.
Hello.
Hey, Uncle John. Bjorn, Gary, Shane, welcome, guys.
Hello.
Right, so to put you in the picture, NVIDIA Insight seems to be a new tool that the developers can use and are using, and Ben basically published a blog. Let me actually get you guys the detail, and then you guys can see what we're talking about as well. Just quickly opening the browser to get the detail. So this is the article, and basically what you have to do, I'll show you when we get a chance to show you. I created a new shortcut for my explain. I've added the aftermath parameter at the end, and we are basically running it as you guys can see. And we the explanation I have, or the understanding I have, is that if there is a crash that's going to occur, and he's talking specifically about the device error, which isn't exactly what I get, but even so, I get the low FPS and all these other things. If there is a crash, I would like to send the data to Laminar and maybe speak to Ben and say, talk to me, because it just isn't normal. What's happening to me right now just isn't normal. So, picking up from where we left off, the only thing that I did change, the only thing, is I have put SkyMax Pro back in play. That includes also the real world connector. So that's the difference between this morning's test flight and this one. And we're going to keep our eye then on the actual happenings of this FPS story. But before we get there, let me show you screen capture. So there is, let's put it that side. There's a new icon. I called it Aftermath, and if you go look at the properties, you'll see there is a parameter as per that article that's added at the back. All right, so apparently it's going to cost 1 or 2 or 3 frames. I don't know, the figure isn't given. On the simulator, it's going to cost something, but at least if something happens, we're going to be able to, get some memory dump of some sort that might help the guys actually fix it. So I don't know if you saw that. Let me just show you again. I just realized I was still on a split screen. So that's the icon, and that is the Aftermath extension that we just put there, that extra parameter. So that's what's running right now. It's not your normal explain. In other words, it's been set up differently. Now, what is a bit of a concern is I've lost like 10 frames already. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, in order for SkyMax Pro to work again, we have to configure everything. So I suppose we have to click on apply changes. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to reinstall this or whether it will simply overwrite the textures in the cloud. That's something I don't know. So that still looks like active sky clouds. Maybe let's do it this way. Change. Yeah, there we go. Now we know we are actually on SkyMax Pro clouds. And then I just want to check the real weather connector, that's actually doing what it's expected to do. Real world weather. Yeah, that's all set up correctly. Right, so So for the record, let's run through a couple of things. This is 4415, public release that you guys have got, and Vulkan is active. Those are my settings. We are
Nico,
again.
is this something that we can invite the guys on the pilots group?
What to do this aftermath thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's up to them if they want to. It's there in tech chat. The guys, anybody can join it. There's the link for the rest of you guys. Just add it and let's go. You know, if you want to, you're welcome. The communication obviously doesn't come to me. Please don't send me all your logs and things. I'm not sure how that works, whether it's automated or you have to send something. We'll see if a crash occurs. But the communication is obviously with you and Laminar. It's got nothing to do with me or Zibo or the team. So please don't send to us. Alright, I'm going to connect Iveo. Usually I lose about 10 frames the moment I connect on Iveo, so I hope it's not going to happen again. It's connected now. Let me just get my sound up because I can't hear anything in that simulator right now. There's a rule. Alright, so no FPS loss. Thank goodness for that. It's fairly stable. Same thing. Alright, so that's a plus. Mattia, read the article I've just posted. You'll get a feel for it. There's a tool that NVIDIA has given the developers, and Laminar has obviously got that. That's called NVIDIA Insight. And Aftermath, apparently, the way I understand it, is the parameter that triggers the crash dump that collects all the information, and then you can send that, or it gets sent automatically to the developer. They can then analyze it and see what's causing the low FPS or the device disconnect or the whatever crash that happened. So it's specifically for Vulkan, and it's specifically to help Laminar make Vulkan better. And that's the crux of the matter. All right, so let's get cracking. Let's get going. Going to do something else. This again for the guys who went here this morning. This is a new broadcasting piece of software for YouTube that I'm using. It's the one that I used to use or still use for Twitch, but I had to set up new parameters and reset up everything. So I just want to test everything, and I think we can quickly have a look and see if we can see me there. Yeah, there we go. Hello, guys. So I don't have the extra lights on. Apologies. Just wanted to see that it works. Don't have to keep that up there. And then we can get going. While we are taking it slow and just doing our thing, let me show you everything I do. So in Active Sky, oh yes, one thing we did forget, depiction options. We need to use Sky Max Pro. So it's going to restart Active Sky for us. Hello, MC. Guys, my son's just speaking with me. I'll be with you now. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add the flight plan. I'm just going to go for 350. If you want to check in the briefing section, you can see if it is the most favorable level. We got a jackpot there, so we can just do that. Hello, Uncle John. I see you typed there. All right, so if we go back to the map, we see some interesting times. Yep, we've got rain there. Nice. Right, so that basically takes care of our active sky. We can now also use the voice flight watch if we want to get the weather, voice meter that they read to you and all those things. All right, next thing that we want to do is obviously the load and things, but before we get there, let's get some power going. Hello, Kevin. Good afternoon.
But I've got a step down after UMTUM.
I'll have a look see. You probably left your altitude on auto, and that's why the steps came in. I just forced mine.
That's fair enough. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've got a descent to 23,000 from
Oh,
UMTUM.
that's interesting. Very interesting.
Whether it's to avoid low-flying ships, I don't know, over the channel.
Oh, nice. Oh, I spelled it incorrectly. Can you believe it? EIDW.
Oh, you didn't tell me it was raining at Dublin.
Oh, I just noticed it myself. I never check the winds and the stuff. Let's actually do it properly, eh? D70 at 16. Woohoo! And 25 left. Okay. 25 left. Yeah, same as this morning. Let's go for ILS Zulu. Y ILS Zulu 25 left. Getty. Legs. Hello, Mark.
Catch up in a bit, guys.
Okay. That's what it was this morning. Not sure what it will be now. We'll double check. Need to pre-file quickly. Is there any way to make this iVario client update the flight plan while you are connected, or do you always have to disconnect and reconnect?
You have to disconnect and do it all over again.
Yeah, because then it picks it up automatically. Hello, Sergeant. Alright, 1.3 is good enough for us. Cost index. What's wrong with your headset? 3.5. Minus, what did we say? 1. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that would help, right? I started talking about this and I went on the other tangent. Well, I hope for your sake it does not break. There's no point really in doing this now that I think about it. Let's wait for the fuel to go. Let's do the overheating while we wait.
There's a route ATC to Brussels.
Awesome. Excellent. Good, good. I'm glad it's working. Right, so now we just need to wait for the fuel. Okay, no, it's done. It's done. So now we can redo this. Zero fuel weight, 59.866. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right, now we can worry about this. Yeah, observe as much as you can. That way you can learn and get it under the knee quicker, eh?
Trim up.
Timothy, I do it on or inside of STKP. Actually, I created with I'll show you now. I'll create it with Navigraph inside of STKP. Then I copy and paste. Then I put all the detail in STKP self, push it over to SimBrief, let SimBrief do its magic, and then bring it back to me. So that's the order. If you look at my flight planning videos, Timothy, I explain everything there. It's all on my YouTube channel. Just go have a look. We discussed flight planning a lot. Not everything is, recorded for posterity, but there is still a lot there.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow is driving up.
Flight attendants prepare for departure. Cross-check and all call. Thank you.
Guys, I'm like 10 minutes early on my 20-minute story, so I think because it's a test flight and all, I'm not too worried about the extra 25 points for the extra 20 minutes or extra 10 minutes we have to sit to make the 20 minutes. So I'm going to start my APU.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yeah, just pop it here on Discord. Put it under, what do we call it? Adults only. Because, I mean, that's got nothing to do with Zibo or anything. So just put it somewhere there under the off-topic stuff. Don't think there's anything left to do here.
Blooming wind around today, Nico.
Yeah,
I had icing condition in Manchester for half an hour ago.
Yeah, it's cold and it's wet. It's time for some anti-ice stuffies. We're going to use the anti-ice a little bit. Right. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't filled in the AU. Hey. Echo 1, 3, 2, 8. Left. Sid. Session altitude 5000. Yes, Timothy. So what happens is if you fill in the blanks, it creates the text for you. So instead of you having to type everything and then send it, you just click on the send button because it just creates it, you see. You know what, there's 5 minutes left. I might as well take it easy. Might as well just wait the 5 minutes out. As the extra traffic connects, I see I've lost an extra 5 FPS there. Are you guys ready to go?
Not yet.
Yes, I am.
I've got 4 minutes to stand here, so almost ready.
What approach are you going to do, Nico, out of interest? Or what, what approach?
Cock 7A. Sorry.
What
KOK. I
approach, not
almost spelled it
star?
wrong. KOK 7A. It's 10-2C on the chart number.
Yeah, no, I said what approach, not star.
ILS for runway 25 left.
25 left. Okay.
That is the standard arrival runway. Unless IVAO changes it again, that is the actual standard according to the SOP.
Right. ILSZ or ILS?
Z,
Why?
yes, no, Z for Zulu. Hector, yes, but the only way to quantify that is to point you to the actual README. You're gonna have to go read. It's a lot of differences. So cosmetic as well as flight model changed. A lot of things have changed. All your viewpoints changed. So you're gonna have to change your camera again and all those things. Lots and lots of changes. By the way, he made me just think about it. The latest version is actually 15. So 344.15, which is what I'm flying right now. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna push. Did I understand? You need to speak to Alfie Pops or Miyoki. Those two guys are the Mac guys on the forum, and I mean they were the ones who wrote the install guide, and according to them it works. So just speak to them, you know. Go make contact with them. Tell them I sent you. They'll help you with greatest pleasure. Okay, 1 minute. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure completed.
Mark, she is a product of Jar Design, and she's available on the not the forum, the org store. $10 on special, $15 normal price, and she's fully button and voice functioning. So just go have a look there. I see I need to wait until 16, so there we go. That's 36, obviously a 6 at the end. Thank you. Let's go. Guys, I'm pushing.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Engine start procedure.
Engine start procedure. Waiting for the command to start sequence.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. 25N2.
Mark, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see my introduction video when I introduced her to the wider world, because we did the beta testing and stuff behind the scenes. But that introduction video is there, so you can see a full flight with her. She's got lots and lots and lots of procedures that I obviously don't use, but it is there, it is available.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Ah, so the guys need to jump on it if they still want it.
Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Linda. Linda. Just make sure you buy the one for Zebo, not for dollars or the other default stuff.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Taxi lights on.
Mac,
Yes.
I'm already down to 19 frames.
Really? Well, I'm on the ground still. I'm currently at about 30.
Mine started nice and high and it just gradually depleted. So I'm not sure if it's a memory leak again or if the clouds increased or what.
I was going to say, considering compared with this morning, I would imagine your cloud is a lot.
Yeah, heavier.
Yes. I'm not going to say that's the answer, but I would have said it's pointing that way.
Yeah. If you look up, we go back to 30. So hopefully once we go beyond them, it'll be okay.
I'm still setting up here because I hadn't got anything saved, had I?
Yeah, gotcha. What I'm going to do, talking about saves, is, I mean, I'm going to save a couple of sections of this flight now. So if we need to come
You've got
back,
8 places. You've got 8 places you can do it.
Yeah, and I haven't tested this yet. So before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Hey Daniel, I'll have a look just now, Sergeant.
Before takeoff procedure completed.
Nice. All right, okay, so there is one thing we did right and one thing we did wrong. We did not taxi with, yeah, no, that would have changed. We didn't taxi with our flaps, so we need to set flaps now. What we were supposed to do is switch on the engine anti-ice and all, but we'll do that for the takeoff because the temperature was 10 degrees, so it's like borderline. I just left it. Anywhere below that, then we would have had to taxi with
Flaps
AI
5
on,
set.
so the anti-ice. So now we have it on, everything is set, flaps set, everything. Let's get rid of this chart, we don't need that one anymore. We're not going to use that one. I don't see any traffic coming, let me just check WebEye. No traffic, so I'm going to line up and go.
Stabilized.
Approaching runways.
Yeah,
on
thank
runway 28.
you. Get semi-straight and go.
Takeoff thrust set.
Daniel, what you need to do is, this is the default ZIBO rain effect, so you just need to make sure on the
89.
tablet that the rain effects is set to
Throttle hold.
on. If you have it on any other setting, you won't see the rain effects when you need to see them. So the setting you need is on. Enviro and the Skisselkoff lib rain effect both need OpenGL, so you won't ever get this kind of sorry, I'm talking nonsense. You will only get this rain effect in Vulkan. The other two is exclusively
Positive rain.
OpenGL. You won't get anything else working. No, sorry, I just needed to concentrate. Hello, Evas. Thank you for the subscription.
Runway turn off, lights off.
Right, come on, day. Thanks, Mark.
Flaps upset.
Yeah, we've just gone through the 3,000 feet mark, so cutback's cancelled. Now we're getting some more power to climb. Thank you, sir.
Approaching transition.
Lonely, yes, we're flying Ryanair.
Transition altitude.
Airbus A380, I'm one of the team members of the Zibo team, so it kind of goes with the territory. I'm one of the test pilots. I do lots of other things for them, so this is, I'd say, my job, kind of, to fly it, but I love it. I've been doing it for many years now, so I love doing this. Right, guys, I've made my turn. I'm almost turning downwind again.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Torsten. Daniel, I've got good news for you. You don't have to apply. The forum is open to absolutely any and everybody. If you feel that you can contribute value to the team, that's where you do it. So if you find a bug, you go report it. If you want to get part of the discussion, you go discuss it. The team is very close knit. You know, there's no opening in the team as such, but in a broader spectrum, there's nothing stopping you from giving your bit there on the forum and helping us make it better. Right, so no need for this anti-ice anymore. Water is gone. Guys, for all the new guys here, Zibo and I discussed it last night. We did announce it on the stream as well, that we're going to run a raffle in the next few days where we're going to give away a copy of Linda, this beautiful lady sitting over here. I just need to confirm a date and time with him because I'd like him to be here with us. It will probably be on Saturday unless we change our mind. And then if you guys watch the stream on Saturday in the morning, I think it's the best time. You know what? I'm like the nighttime one, the 1600 Zulu will be the better time because then America is awake as well. We'll hold a raffle and we'll share one of these licenses with you guys. Sounds about right, Daniel. Oh, Mac, I've gone up to 25 plus frames now.
Can't be bad.
Right, we have EGTT Center online, so somewhere after that waypoint I'm gonna have to start looking at switching to ATC. Seems to work.
Echo, Bravo, Bravo, Romeo, airport information, Foxtrot, 1-4.
Do you have to uninstall the altitude to go to 110.1B, Nico, or can you just do a reinstall?
I just copy and paste it. As far as I can recall, Mac, I just copy and paste it over the old one. This version that I've got here is the latest one that you guys also don't have, and I just copied and pasted it over.
Okay. It's alright, I've just realised I haven't got the latest version.
This guy is not in my altitude. I mean, that frequency doesn't exist. I can see him right here in front of me. There's whereby there's me coming to the barrier, to that curtain over there, and he's not on my altitude. I can't speak with him. I wonder why. Timothy, no, they've got the new voice codec similar to VATSIM. If you use the new beta client like we do, you'll hear it later on if I actually do get to speak to this guy. It's a brand new invention. The only thing Aveo does not have right now that VATSIM is one step ahead of, but then again, you know, Aveo's got their stuff they're ahead of, is just voice Unicom. We don't have voice Unicom on Aveo. But Aveo has got this thing, this auto Unicom, which is brilliant. I wish the guys at VATSIM would implement something like this, because it's tedious to type stuff, you know, and you can't always use voice on Unicom, especially in our group where one of our members is actually deaf, so we need to type so that he can follow the flight. You know, challenging situations calls for greater innovation, and Aveo nailed it. So the voice Unicom will come at some point in time, but I tell you what is available on Aveo that's not available on VATSIM is we can use cell call directly in the ZPO. This has been implemented now, and the moment the new client is released, all of you guys will have it as well, but mine is fully functioning already. It actually works brilliantly. We've tested it. It's marvelous. Ah, I can now see.
Do you know any funny story? I am so boring.
Daniel, come join us on Discord. Guys, any and every important link is in the description below this video. Alright, so click on show more.
Australia 6060, thank you. Bristol 1 Charlie arrival. The run.
Sorry, let me just finish, then I'll go to him. All the links are available in the show notes below the video. So come join us on Discord. We've got special permissions and arrangements with Aveo, so we're going to take you to a safe place where you can then, you know, learn, make mistakes without being embarrassed, all those kind of things. Get your confidence up, and then you start flying with us. I mean, we fly group flights almost every single day, and if I'm not here, the rest of the guys do, you know. So come, we'll help you sort that out for you. And now I'm going to switch to ATC. London Control, good afternoon. Ryanair 810 passing flight level 290. We've just passed Luton.
Ryanair 810 London, hello, climb flight level 350.
Climbing 350, Ryanair 810. So how's that for voice, Timothy?
London Control, good day, Z463 Rome after departure in Gatwick, climb flight level 60 while 6 Mike, departure route. GZ463 Romeo London, hello, squawk ident and climb flight level 80.
Right, guys, we're in that difficult position and look at the frames.
GZ463 Romeo, thank you.
That's acceptable.
London Control, good afternoon, flight Delta 3 at Manchester, stand number 44. Request IFR clearance to Gibraltar, flight level 390.
Daniel, all you need is a USB headset because you need a second audio controller because we route our ATC via our headsets and the engines need to go on your motherboard sound. So you need a USB headset to be able to communicate.
I can do that with my Realtek as well. Speakers and headset on different channels.
Fox Bravo Delta 23 correct. Push and start through for QNH 1019.
Yeah.
It's just a,
It's just easier doing it with USB, man. Amar, yes, SkyMax Pro and the real weather connector is connected now. X-Europe is still not connected.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo, passing flight level 270, inbound Luton.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo London, hello, squawk 1025.
Squawk 1025, 7 Romeo Bravo.
EZ463 Romeo, climb flight level 180. Climb flight level 180, EZ463 Romeo. EZ463 Romeo, make the left turn now direct to Leicester. Turn left to Leicester, EZ463 Romeo.
Too late.
1000 to level off.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo, thank you. Climb flight level 330.
330, 7 Romeo Bravo.
Oh, there's a dip.
Well, don't you like it when a plan doesn't come to work?
Well, it's gone back up immediately, so that could have been just a weather update.
060, maintain flight level 200.
Because I've got to update the cloud, but I've got to close flipping X-plane.
Oh yes, of course, your side, yeah. But on my side, my FPS went down and it came back up, so I'm expecting it's just an update in the weather. The comms sound very good. Yes, absolutely, Timothy.
Right, we'll see if the safe flight works.
Oh yeah, that will teach me. I've just saved my first one now. Hello, Roy.
Perhaps worth mentioning that you don't have the VHF feature enabled in your client.
How sure are you about that? Mine's enabled.
Because they all sounded very unfiltered.
Mine's on. Look, remember I'm using unpublished beta. I don't know if something happened there, but I hear what you're saying, but it's definitely on.
Whenever I turn that on, they actually sound like they're using radio, and then you always have a bit of distortion.
I think I'm just close enough to the sender receiver to make a difference. Okay, I've taken it off. Let's listen what it sounds like on my system without it.
It's not going to make a difference if you don't hit apply.
Thank you, Torsten. Thank you, sir. I'm drinking coffee, man. My attention is there.
Station calling London, it's just noise, there's no voice.
Oh, you can hear it's off now.
London Control, Easy 29 Victor Kilo. Easy 29 Victor Kilo, got you now, squawk 0002.
You hear it, Torsten?
Yeah.
29 Victor Kilo, got you.
Sounds good, Timothy. Just make sure you get the latest altitude in the beta stream on the IVO website, please. Don't use XIVAP, it's over, it's done with. If you do, you're going to need TeamSpeak 2 and all those other old crappy CSLs. The new one has everything built in. You just download the new altitude, the latest one, and run it, and it does everything for you. And then you also don't need TeamSpeak 2. Excellent. Mac.
Yeah.
Look at the stream, it's just disappeared on my side. You should see that big gap there in the scenery that you were talking about earlier. It was just there.
I hope we don't crash.
Did you have it again, did
Last time was not enough.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that Orbix or Ortho?
That's Orbix. Through
That
it, I've
doesn't
got all the
make-
Great Britain ones.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That makes no sense then, not given your current position.
Timothy, it's actually not a plugin. All you do is you take the little nav map, import your route, and then export into the habitat section here. So the tutorial is also, it's on my YouTube channel. Just go watch it. It's 5 minutes. Very interesting and easy to do.
See, where it's clear in front of your cockpit at the moment, Nico,
Yeah.
I would have expected. Can you zoom in? Is there ground below there? Because it looks very blue.
Yeah, it's the atmospherics. The atmospherics
Yeah,
is definitely
weird.
land and all, but you see in that tear that we see, that could very well just be an atmospheric layer, because the fog in X-Plane usually is depicted like that. And one of the things we used to do in the old days with the previous version of X-Plane is we used to run these scripts, Lua scripts, to get rid of that funny display of the mist and the fog.
I see you have about 15, 17 frame rate again, FPS.
Yeah, it goes up and down, up and down. It's not as bad as before with X Europe enabled. That was crazy. That went down to 5.
Yeah.
But I still get my moments here, unfortunately.
Then again, this flight is a good test flight, because from Manchester down over London and south to Brussels, it's notorious on frame rates.
Very heavy.
Yeah, and it also I have noticed it also causes issue with the autogen in X-Plane. So that's why you get these blue squares in the X-Plane sometimes.
Yeah, and depend on how you look at it. You see there's one creeping in there just below where I look like I'm talking.
Yeah, and that's an autogen issue.
By the way, now you're coming into the critical area, right, near London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Manchester, Midland and south over London, and then over the Channel it gets better, but then over Brussels it gets lower again, and especially around the time of descent, top descent, especially there the frames go down again. And when you're closer you get to your airport, it goes up again.
Dream Virtual Flight, hello. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, just busy. At this point in time, I'm flying without X Europe because it brings my frames down way too much, Dream Virtual Flight, so I'm not going to enable it again.
But that said, Mr. Nico, the X Europe is very nicely done.
It is very nicely done, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The issue is if I go back to OpenGL, I can run it. If I run Vulkan, it doesn't seem to like Vulkan, or my system doesn't seem to like Vulkan, because I'm gonna do this flight another time. Exactly the same setting. The only difference is going to be I'm going to use OpenGL. Then I want to check these frames again, because usually I do much better in OpenGL.
Yeah, I'm running OpenGL all the time, and I also get these issues. But I'm thinking about doing a straight VFR flight instead. From maybe from Midlands to Stansted. It's a short flight, VFR. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
And that with X-Europe, because I believe once the X-Europe is loaded correctly, it might work just fine.
Break. Nico?
Yeah.
Control is trying to contact you and it can't get through.
Alitalia 6060,
It's
descent,
because
flight
for
level
some
120.
reason after I changed back, I don't know how this happened, his volume went
Descend
down.
120, 6060.
He called me to call you.
Thank you.
Telephone
Center
check.
Ryanair 810, apologies our volume was turned down, we are with you.
Ryanair 810, not a problem, direct to Dover.
Direct to Dover, Ryanair 810.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo, thanks for that. Same for you, direct to Dover.
Direct Dover, 7 Romeo Bravo.
London Control, with 153. Good day, inbound Sierra Echo 11.
Thank you, Rule, appreciate that.
Altitude 4,000 feet. With Air 153, hello, squawk ident, climb now to flight level 80. Climbing, flight level 80, with Air 153. Alitalia 6060, descend flight level 90. Descend the 90 for 6060.
Ready for takeoff, flight level 23.
29 with you, climbing through flight level 250.
2 at once there, I think the Ryanair 129 was calling. Squawk 4570.
A lot of talking over each other there.
And was that Flyboat 23 ready for departure?
Yes, flight level 23 ready for departure. Yeah.
Well, we're coming up to Luton now and we almost steady on 20, 21, 22.
Ready for takeoff, flight level 23.
Are you married? My friend. I just want to know.
Flight level 3, runway 23 right, you're cleared for takeoff. The surface wind 280 degrees, 13 knots.
In my poor old computer, to get a decent flight, I need to get my frame rate up to 25-30 at least on every flight to be able to be over 20.
Yeah.
20, that's IVAO's limits, 20.
Yeah, it keeps on pinging me, telling me my frame rate should be above 20.
Yeah.
Look,
So-
this aftermath that we are running is, it took at least 10 to 15 frames from me.
153,
So, I just
Oh.
want to run it to see what happens, but it's taken a lot from me, Christer.
Okay, I didn't know that. Then you can add those 10 frames on this.
Yes.
So in reality, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
What is that, Nico, aftermath?
It's one of Explain's troubleshooting tools that I'm using now to evaluate the system, and if there's a crash we can send the dump to them, and then Ben or one of the guys can actually analyze it. It's to help them make Vulkan better. If you read the article, they'll explain it in more detail.
6060
Yeah, I read something about it, I just didn't know it actually had a name.
Yeah, it's a little parameter you run at the end of the exe. Explain.exe space minus aftermath.
Now you have this autogen issues again and low frames also.
Yeah. Dream Virtual Flight, I don't think so. I think the biggest reason they brought out this 1 beta 2, 51 beta 2 is to give them this added troubleshooting feature where they can make more records and gather more information, you know.
It's an enhanced debugging capable version.
Yeah.
Nico doing high 20s. Where's the X?
Flight level 190.
Okay, cool.
190, flight Delta 3.
Are you running aftermath the rule or not?
No, did not.
Okay, yeah. Well, if I add 10 here, then I'm in the 30s, you know. When I saw the moment I fired up, it was 10, 15 frames less.
From what I can gather so far, actually only the RTX users were having a lot of problems with Vulkan so far.
Oh, well. I'm unfortunately one of the problem children, so...
I can't load Cibo mod in Vulkan because my computer crashes. But I can load a Cessna. So I'm thinking about starting up Vulkan with a Cessna and doing this aftermath. But this time add the X Europe and see what happens.
Well, keep us posted.
Absolutely.
That's a good quote, Olaf. That's the problem, it's never constant Dream Virtual Flight, and that is why I prefer to fly in OpenGL. But that's also why we're doing this test, because if we can get the information to Laminar when it counts, it's good.
RSL 6060, further left, heading 360, heading north. It's heading 360. Sorry, 360.
Well, I'm using that LFD's auto view distance script, so one that limits the view distance based on the FPS you have.
I'll have to look at that. See if that actually works.
Yes, Mr. Torsten, I use it also to have better control and also to help.
330 with a 152.
Well, the reason I was saying this is because maybe you, Nico, should give that a try.
Flight level
310.
Climb in 310, flight Delta 3.
Alitalia 6060, turn left, heading 300 degrees. Report established low climb on runway 27.
Sergeant, always high VAO.
Left 300, report established left runway 27, 6060.
Nah, no ways. We've got too much invested in our VAO right now. Wow, look at that crab. Almost 10-degree crab there.
Is it 463 Romeo on flight level 360, request further descent to flight level 380.
Well, Sergeant, you said it yourself, it's a matter of preference.
Flight 380 is it 463 Romeo.
Flying control, Chinese 1141, good afternoon, passing 2,500 feet, climbing 6,000 feet, inbound Echo Papa Mike.
10x1141, hello, squawk ident, climb now to flight level 80.
Climbing 80, Chinese 1141.
Right now, 810, report, in fact, report ready for descent.
We will report ready for descent, running 810.
Sorry for saying this, but this time I actually want you to get a device error.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo, report your Mach number.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I know the feeling. I had this similar thought a short while ago.
Mach 703.
Hey. Why did you choose to be a pilot? Just for money?
7 Romeo Bravo, apologies, confirm that's decimal 70.
Decimal 70, 7 Romeo Bravo.
7 Romeo Bravo, roger, maintain 70 until advised.
Maintain 70, 7 Romeo Bravo.
Ryanair 810, Mach decimal 72 or greater, please.
Mach decimal 72 or greater for Ryanair 810.
With their 153, contact Amsterdam radar, frequency 125, decimal 750.
125, decimal 750, thank you, bye bye. Establish ILS runway 27, 060.
Alitalia is 6060, thanks, you're clear to land, going 270 degrees, there's 17 knots.
I'm going to refill my coffee.
Clear to land runway 27,
Lucky man.
60.
No, that didn't work.
The battery's running flat too.
Yeah, well, I was all started and everything, and I did a safe flight, but it won't reload from cold and dark.
If you do a safe flight restore, it has to be engines running and.
Of course, that's right. Yes.
Well, I'm back to 20 plus frames, and as I say it, I got to 19, but it's generally above 20 now. I'm busy leaving the southern tip of England. I'm
now,
just
flight
got
level
Dover in front of me.
Climb flight level 17, change level 41.
That's nice, Sergeant.
Ryanair 810, descend flight level 230, speed 270 knots or greater.
Speed 270 knots or greater and descending to 40, Ryanair 810.
Ryanair 7, Romeo Bravo, speed 270 knots or less, descend flight level 230.
230, speed 270. 7 Romeo Bravo.
London Control, good day, Wizard 5009, level 330, descending to level 240, inbound wake of Remy.
Wizard 5009, London Control, hello, EDC1 Alpha arrival, runway 25, descend, flight level 220.
Logan, Honda 637, flight level 360 with you, good evening to you.
Descending to level 220, EDC1 Alpha arrival, expecting runway 25, Wizard 5009.
Condor 637, London Control, roger. Tanix 1141, climb flight level 290.
Climb level 290, change level 41.
Flybird 23, climb flight level 390.
390, Flybird 23.
Good afternoon, London, Stupid 552, with you, flight level 222.
Stupid 5512, London Control, good evening. Sorry, Stupid 5512, good afternoon, it's just so dark, I forget it's not the evening.
It was, 6060 vacated runway.
Alitalia 6060, thanks, taxi standard choice, have a good day, bye-bye.
Thank you for the assistance. Bye-bye.
Ryanair 810 leaving my airspace, your frequency change approved, goodbye.
Thank you for your service, sir. Frequency change approved, Ryanair 810.
Here I got my coffee, and my wife gave me a Christmas cinnamon.
Nice.
Very nice.
Right, I'm on Unicom. That controller had a nice relaxing voice, you know, you could hear he's in control and he just went with the flow. Still don't know how I got my volume turned down, that was just a fluke, but you know, thanks Rule. Works for me, we're okay now. And frame rates are going up as we descend again.
I'm back. Yes, Nico, I found exactly the same yesterday. As you come down in altitude, frame rates start appearing again.
Yeah. Rule, we've got tower on at Brussels.
You're not on real time, are you, Nico?
I am. At least I think I was. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Which one are we gonna miss the rain? Just. There's the airport we're going to there. Got all the water, that's me over there. Rule behind me, that's the airport, and it's right on the edge. A little bit of water in front of it there and towards the back and nothing at the airport. So amazing.
Is it windy?
Let's see. 210 at 10 knots. It's got drizzle and rain in the METAR, but according to the map, it's on the outskirts, so we'll see when we get there. And it's only 3 degrees, so we're going to have to use the anti-ice again. Ouch. Sorry to hear that, Sergeant. Why would you set up a tower frequency on Unicom?
Even though that is even possible.
Exactly. This guy's got his tower frequency on Unicom 132.8.
That's not according to the rules.
Nope.
I bet he doesn't even realise it.
Yeah, stop it.
Send him a message.
On my way.
Whoops, sorry.
He says he'll disconnect, we can land, that's fine. I don't mind having him there, to be quite honest. Whew, frames down to 12 again. Brum, 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 brum. 9. If you look straight up, it's 30. Now it's 21.
I'm actually
Try to
be
go
honest,
outside
very afraid to
and
fly.
you see it's going up.
Hi, good evening.
Ever so slightly. Hello, hello.
Good evening, Evin.
Hey, good evening. Is somebody already on the runway on the airfield?
I'm about to land at EBBR.
Oh.
I've been doing a few test flights. This is my third flight already today, so things have worked out.
Oh,
a
you're
bit
live on air.
strange. Mm.
The second I go outside my aircraft, my frame rate goes up by at least 20.
No, mine's about the same. When I look straight up there, I get 10 extra immediately.
Yeah.
Beautiful authors.
See, it's cold in Brussels, Nico.
3 degrees according to the last meter I saw, yes.
On your roster it says EBBR.
Where do you see that?
In
In the roster. Okay. It's very cold. Yeah.
Funny man.
Roy also told me. I fixed it for you guys. You funny people.
Yes, we are a decent bunch.
Yeah.
So you're going to land and you're going to fly right away again, Nico?
No, sir. I'm going to take a break first.
I thought so.
Oh, no. I've been flying a lot today. We even had to play raffles here on the channel. I deleted the videos because I don't want people to take it seriously. We were testing it because of Zebo's requirement to do those competitions. I had to set it up and test it, and it looks rather nice, really good.
Raffles?
Raffles, yeah. We want to give away a copy of Linda, and we've got a license to share with somebody. So what needs to happen is we need to do a competition, and the stream software allows a raffle to happen, so everybody can enter, and then at some point we press a button and it tells us who it chooses to win.
Randomizer.
Yeah,
I've got it already. So.
Erwin, it's a kind of a lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Pity, I've got it already.
Well, we'll get something else to share, you know. If everybody contributes $10, we can take a portion of that and buy some nice scenery to give away or something. You know what I'm saying?
I need a honeycomb.
Yeah. Imagine we can give one of those away. That'll be so cool.
Yeah.
A quadrant.
Yeah, all that, Uncle John.
You could buy Uncle John's quadrant.
Negative, sir.
Have you already sold it?
Negative, sir. I haven't even received it.
Oh.
So I can go right away to the 15 new point zip of Zippo, Nico.
15, yeah, well, depends on where you are.
I think I'm 13.
Yeah, from 13 you can go to 15.
To 15 new, eh?
Yeah. The other one we've removed from the drive, so you won't get a chance to download the other one.
Yeah, I've downloaded it, but I didn't install it.
Yeah, no, skip it. There were files missing when it got uploaded.
Okay.
Approaching transition. Approaching transition.
1021 on the altimeter rule.
Thank you, got it.
Transition level.
This aftermath is really eating our frames.
I was going to ask you. If it had any effect.
Yeah, I lost about 10 to 15 frames from the word go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not going to be much fun using that then.
Well, it's for the greater good, Uncle John. We need to help Laminar sort out this nonsense, because the sooner we do that, the sooner we can have proper functioning Vulkan. You know, there's no point in having this fancy thing, in them investing all this money, and you know, it doesn't work. You know, imagine in 6 months' time they say, no, look, we're canning it, we're going back to OpenGL because it's just not worth it, kind of a thing, or we have to find something else because it's not worth it, or something.
Nico, I hear everything that you're saying, and you're absolutely 100%. But you know what human kindness is like. They'll try it, and they say, "Well, I ain't going to use that."
Yeah.
It's funny you say about reliability. I've just crashed on descent.
Ouch.
Into Brussels. They just froze. So I'll go and see what caused that. That's with the latest update for Ziva, but never mind.
No, it's a combination of things. We are running, if you look at the title of the stream, we are running Aftermath in conjunction now with Explain. So it is chowing a lot of frames. It's killing 10 to 15 on my system. So it's harsh. But it's busy collecting all kinds of information that Laminar can use to make Explain better. So why not?
I'm still in the high 20s. I had one server warning, and that was just past Luton.
Okay, no, I've had plenty.
Flaps 1 set.
I'll take my frame lock off and see if that helps.
Yeah. Uncle John, don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't take the frame lock off. If you start up and you get 15 frames, yes, then take it off. But I mean, the resources that you're going to unlock by unlocking the frames, you know, it's just going to be wasted anyway. So don't try it initially with the lock on.
It's like the NV log thing, NVIDIA clash again.
Yeah, that's why I'm running this aftermath now with explain to see if we can pick up where the problem is. I mean, the data needs to go to laminar now. Wow, Rill, you're close, eh?
1000 to level off.
And I'm assuming also to the video.
I don't know. I think it goes to laminar and they deal with NVIDIA directly. I mean, if every game house sends their data directly to NVIDIA, they're going to have to employ people to, you know, sift through that. So I think it goes directly to laminar. They then make their recommendations to NVIDIA. But I might be wrong. I don't know. That's just how I would have done it.
Shame he's going so well. Quietly in the background I came in a bit late, but I
saw.
followed you.
Yeah, I saw. I heard when you started speaking to ATC and all.
Right.
I crashed out probably in a similar place to you this morning as well.
Okay, it's just outside, the control area. Control.
Where are you coming in? 2-3, something like that?
25 left.
2-5.
Well, at least get the next one ready. Are you doing the one on the way back, John? The next one.
I shall probably have to get my head down and get some.
London.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, you're quite stable now, really, around 20s.
Localizer capture.
I did a short flight this morning without any problems. Gatwick to Paris.
Flaps 15 set.
Yes, you're on. Yep, it's lovely.
Flaps 30 set.
There's the runway.
Glide slope capture.
Right, we have got seat belts on, auto brakes, flaps, and speed brakes.
Those clouds look awesome.
Yeah, this is my SkyMax Pro again, sir.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Taxi lights on.
Approaching 25 left.
Nice view.
Very nice.
And 810 clear to land.
300.
Yeah, thank you.
200.
Landing.
907 Romeo Bravo and number 2.
100.
Come on. Oh, I just started. Oh, come on. I've got 9 frames. How must I land like this? No, not now.
Yes. A report to Laminar.
Speed brake out. Reverse unlock.
The best I could under the circumstances, not too bad.
Auto brake in use.
210 foot per minute reported by SuperChat Pro.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My frame rate is between 30 and 35.
Lucky guy.
60
on
knots.
final.
Also using Vulkan, sorry. Also using
Great
Vulkan.
landing. You are professional.
Vulkan and X-Europe.
And X-Europe. Aye. Alright, runway vacated rule. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Now I've got 23 standing here. What must I do with 23 now? Aye.
But then again, Nico, if you disable aftermath, you should get more frames.
Yeah, no, for sure. I will. I did get this morning much more.
Yeah.
I was cruising at around about 30.
After landing procedure
Yeah.
completed.
That's why I'm thinking around 20ish. It's quite good actually. If you add the disabled aftermath also.
Yeah.
I'm being hit by frame rate problems as well,
Flaps
Nico.
upset.
Okay.
17, 19. And that was coming up to joining North Wales, and now just as I turn to head south, that bit to come down to Birmingham again.
Have you perhaps considered that these like really severe drops could be related to your hard drives?
It's NVMe
I'm on,
drives, but yes, I've
I'm on
thought about it.
NVMe.
Yeah, I'm also on NVMe.
It's CPU that's causing it, Nico.
I know. I've said it 1,000 times already. My CPU goes to 100% and then dies, man.
Yeah.
So you've got the scenery on NVMe.
Everything is on NVMe.
Yeah.
Aftermath is more than that, Bjorn, but we'll see. We'll find out. Mr. Jingles,
Approaching
read the article,
0,
sir.
1.
It's a long story. It's just one of the tools Laminar wants to use now, so one of those things. Bye, Sergeant.
This is so beautiful.
It's part of it. You didn't really misunderstand. It's part of it. It's all part of it, but it's got more functions and more functionality than just the obvious. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I love what everything looks like. Yeah, wow, it's really cool.
All right, Nico, question for you.
Yeah.
Why is Symlink running?
Why is Symlink running? Because it is.
But I haven't got a plugin installed.
Oh no, then you got me.
I have completely uninstalled Symlink because I only use Navigraph in flight plan, not during flight.
Yeah, now I'm pushing freaking 23, 24, almost constant, 25 now, 26. Very interesting.
This is the Symlinks between Navigraph and their server.
Mr. Mac, I actually don't know if the Symlink has a connection with their servers.
It does.
Oh yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Ah, okay, that's why it's fatal to use.
Anything that works with Navigraph uses Symlink, because what happens is they read your position, send the position to their servers distribute it. That is what allows you to see your location on any of your devices, because they then ping it back to you. So it all goes up and then comes back down again.
It's a bit messy, I think.
But it's currently using 13% of my CPU.
That's strange.
Yeah. And even more on my stupid computer. So I've uninstalled it altogether. I don't use it. I really don't need to. I have STKP instead, and I have a map in the VABIK. That's enough.
Ah, he's on my parking. I didn't realize. I apologize. I should have watched more left. I thought I actually went past him. Need losses. I wasn't paying attention to the left there. I really thought I went past him. What happens when you're tired? He's got the whole airport to himself and now he needs to park on my parking, you know?
That's the cutest excuse I ever heard.
Right, brake set. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure. Shutdown procedure completed.
Right, I failed my flight. I've disconnected, so...
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Johan, default, whatever the heck default is, I don't overclock my things as far as I know, unless the supplier cheated me and lied to me. But as far as I know, it's stock standard, whatever it needs to be. I'll have to actually run some utility to check what it's done because I don't know. Makes no sense to me. Right, so the next flight will be exactly the same flight, but this time I'm going to do it in OpenGL and then we can compare the actual frame rates and things that way as well. That looks so cool. Last replay. Oh, very nice, hey Bjorn. Very nice. Well, ladies and gents, that is it. I'm gonna love and leave you then. You guys enjoy the rest of your Monday, whatever remains of it. And if I feel like it, I'll do this flight later again. I'm not sure if I get the chance to do it. Maybe, who knows? Otherwise, we'll see each other tomorrow again. We'll do this flight in
Nico,
OpenGL. Yes, sir.
when you close down, quickly nip in Discord, please.
Shall do. Just want to quickly run the credits and things.